All right. We're back, man. For those of you just tuning in, man, welcome to the I'm So Houston Show with your man, your host, Mr. Magnificent. And, man, I have my special guest in. But first, I want to send a shout out, man, for some of y'all didn't know because he took what we call a vacation. We got DJ Zay in the house back there getting ready to work on his show for this Saturday. Don't forget to check out the Kids' Choice Mix every Saturday from 12 to 1 and every Monday from 7:30 to 8:30. I don't know if I said that right. Somebody's going to correct me. If not, I'll let you guys know a little bit later. We got ALEXSOY here. Did I say it right? Hold on. We can cut on his mic. Let me make sure his mic is on. All right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's right, Alex. I'll give it a send.
All right. Now, tell us who you have with you.
Right now, I have Frankie.A.R with me, which is the producer of 2 of the tracks from my latest EP, from Full Moon at Midnight. Also, the videographer of the team. You know, we all of us are a production team. So, yes, sir. That's what I got with me right now.
Self-contained.
Hey, how's everybody doing today?
All right, let me cut you off. Thank you. All right, there we go. All right. Yeah, man. So, all right.
Yes, sir.
First, for those of you just tuning in, y'all know what we do on the I'm So Houston Show. We play new artists, but he's already won't be new artists very much longer because he's already we're on Spotify now.
Yeah, we're on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, all of the platforms.
There we go.
Every streaming platform, we're putting all of our projects there from now on because you know we got a little bit more stable now.
Okay. What about record label? You thinking about it? Maybe no.
As of right now, you know what I mean. We've gotten a few calls this year since we've been putting in a lot of work. We've gotten a few calls, but we really want to play this in a very strategic way and you know take. You know we're in there for the long run, so we want to build organically. We want to make sure that you know we got some loyal fans that support us from day one, without us having to do any type of signing just yet. Because of course, what's right is right. But as of right now. You know what I mean? We're trying to take it step by step and build.
That's what I'm talking about. That's the way to do it. I mean, independent. A lot of people say independent can't make it, but there's a lot of people going independent now. Yeah. I think Beyonce's last 2 albums were straight digital.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly.
And the crazy thing about it is, and like I said, call me old-fashioned, but I've always believed that, you know what? It may not be the fact that you guys doing CDs. They may not care for CDs anymore, but it's the fact to have it, you know, and have that signature on it where they say, oh, I got a signature, I got it on the CD. In probably like 10 years, I'm gonna sell it for like $300. But
we're definitely these tapes that we're working on this year. We're definitely gonna have them for CDs as soon as we get all the work that we got out. This year we want to go for a few projects. We did a joint project earlier this year, which is called From a Cold to a Diamond. We got all that on all streaming platforms. By the end of this year, we're planning on having a bunch of CDs that we're gonna hand out to people, have giveaways, you know, all that good stuff. As of right now, we're just making sure that we got the work done behind the studio, you know, because we do mix our own stuff down as well. I do want to go into audio engineering as soon as I'm a little bit more stable with money, because you know it's a career that you have to spend money on. But definitely looking into audio engineering. This guy right here, to me, is a genius when it comes to mixing stuff down. I mean, super talented and very hardworking person. So we're definitely got something in our hands.
All right. So tell me how'd you get the name?
So ALEXSOY started maybe about in high school, junior year. You know, just hanging around friends. Of course, the Houston scene, you're freestyling all the time, just trying to, you know, just enjoying yourself. And I was trying to just play around, come up with a name, and somebody just said that name and stuck with me because I was supposed to be trying to look for something very unique, and that was myself. So soy means I am, you know, I am. So it was just supernatural. People stuck with it, you know, people liked it, and I've been running with it ever since.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I don't know, because I was like, is that his real name? And he's like, I don't know.
Alejandro, aka Alex.
Okay, Alejandro. Okay. Frankie, that's just you just Frankie, right?
Well, I'm Frankie.A.R. Basically, the AR comes from my last name is ARCE, and I just took the first 2 letters and just stuck with that.
Simple.
You know what I mean? Just trying to be ourselves.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Sure. Not AR-15, everybody. Just
no, not AR.
AR. Just
just AR. Yes, sir.
Okay, so what genre of music do you consider your work to be? Because see, from what I heard, is you got a lot of different stuff.
Right. I definitely consider my music to be, really influenced behind, Latino sounds. So my first song that kind of put me in a position where I could say that I had a nice little, fan base of people listening was a combination of hip hop, like old school hip hop, and salsa, Latino salsa. So from that sound, we just kind of went a lot more into, okay, let's include now sorry about that. We're now including, trap into the sound. We're including rap, the new rap, or just experiencing with a lot of sounds and trying to find what we have not created, which I think that's pretty much the sound that the vibe that I want to put out from now on. Definitely looking into new vibes and always working into new stuff, but.
I'm not gonna say that about Lil Birdie. It wasn't Lil Birdie, because I was just kind of being nosy. I kind of seen you hanging around that Rapala. I seen that Rapala. What was any projects coming up soon?
I did hang around Rapala when I performed at Blue Steel.
Okay.
A few months back. That was a really good experience because right after the show, they came up to me. They told me how, I was performing that song that I was talking about, Escucha, and they came up to me. They told me how. I had a unique sound. I definitely did a good performance. I was very interactive with the crowd. I was just, it was Blue Steel Club. I don't know if you
right, yeah.
And you know what I mean. I was getting the crowd moving. You know what I mean. So it was a good experience for them to just come up to me and talk to me. I got a picture with them, and that was that. And ever since, I kept contact with them. Just I always keep contact with everybody.
Yeah, that's the heart of Houston right there. That originated everything.
Absolutely, yes, sir.
Now. So, we don't have that song though. We don't have that.
We don't have that one.
It's not clean anyway though, is it?
It is actually clean. It actually is clean. I should have, I have it, but it's not, I don't have the 100% rights to it.
Okay.
So, you know what I mean? This songs that we have right now today to play is,
tracks in here,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is work that we created from scratch, so, yes sir. But we'll send you that one.
Okay, yeah.
Yes sir.
I want to send a shout out to you, man, from DJ Rapido. He was like, man.
Appreciate that.
He's like, man, and he don't even really speak English very well. But for him to call me, because he does the Latin mix on Mondays, and for him to call me and say, and I'm like, I can't understand you. But so he put his wife on the phone, and his wife was like, that song you said, yeah, I like that. Who's the kid?
Nice.
Yeah. I say, well, he'll be here Wednesday. And I don't really like to say he's in California, but
man, appreciate that.
Yeah, he played it, and he was like, oh man, yeah. Send me more, and I got you.
Man, give me his Instagram. What's his Instagram?
He doesn't even have Instagram.
No Instagram.
He's old school.
Okay, get him email or something.
I just got one of my DJs to even get Instagram, and he doesn't have no social media. I just made him get it, so maybe I'm gonna have to push Rapido to get him some type of. So he's old school.
And we'll get him working. We'll get him working.
He's like, no. I said, you don't have nothing. He's like, no, don't do none of that. And other DJs like, no. So I'll tell you what, we're going to do one more question, then we're going to get into the first song. I want to thank you. I also got to tell you something about your drop.
Yes, sir.
Well, our engineer made 2 drops out of that. Yeah, he did 2 drops.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he made 2 drops. He just cut it, and then he made the station drop too, so I want to let you know that too. He was like, yeah. And he just skipped it and he said, you're listening to K.Y.O.B radio. Yeah.
Hey.
I say, so appreciate that. I'm going to tell you thank you.
Absolutely. No, you guys go ahead and use it. That's a blessing. Yeah. That's a blessing. Yeah, that's awesome.
So, influences. Growing up as a child, tell me
absolutely.
Well, tell everybody where you're from again.
I'm from Venezuela, Caracas, Venezuela. I was born and raised down there. So, growing up, I was very influenced by the old hip hop, the aggressive one from the hood, That was what we were listening to in Venezuela, me and my cousins. But then coming over here to Houston, because I traveled from Venezuela, then to Mexico, then I ended up here in Houston. Coming here to Houston, it was like a whole different scene of hip hop. Like hip hop was like big, like everybody's into hip hop, and hip hop is one of the biggest things here. So I got even more influenced by here in Houston, being into the rap culture and just being around my friends, putting me onto everybody from Houston.
One of the crazy things, we have a lot of numbers in Mexico. I don't know about Venezuela, not the Mexico.
Oh, do you guys really? Shout out to Mexico.
A lot of numbers in Mexico, man. DJ Rapido, man, I want to thank him, man. He really just pushed us out there. Then we'll be looking at the numbers out of, outside the global area. I'm looking at, I'm like, Mexico. I'm like, oh man.
What's up?
And it's crazy. And I keep thinking about that. I was like, we play a lot of rap.
Hey.
And a lot of the music that, you know, that you don't think that they understand, but then we got Germany, we got North Korea, and I'm like,
what? Well,
and I'm like, they're not even, I'm like, they can't even speak our language, but apparently they can because they over there jamming.
The thing about it is that there is so many people, like let's say Mexico, there's a lot of people that probably are, you know, speak English, let's say, and then they understand you and they'll put some people on. Or in Germany, like I've noticed how, especially from Venezuela, like in Venezuela, there is, you know, I got listeners from Mexico or Peru or Colombia that are Venezuelans, but they're in those countries.
Oh, okay.
So it's like people that speak the language, but they're just in different countries. That's what's up, man. Hey, para toda la gente de México, saludos. ALEXSOY aquí presente.
So is the language very different? Is it that much different from
like English and Spanish?
No, from Mexico.
No, actually, we all speak Spanish. It's just we have different accents. Like let's say people from, you know, Louisiana, how they have a little different accent than the Houston people in, you know, New York. They have a little different accent. And the Latino community is pretty much the same. We all speak Spanish. We might say different words that, you know, mean different things. But yeah, we can definitely understand each other for sure.
I want to send a shout out to one of our listeners. He called us probably about a month ago, and he was Hispanic and he stayed in Louisiana, and that was the weirdest accent I have ever heard in my life. And he was so cool. He was jamming. He wanted to hear some New Orleans music, and it was
absolutely.
And I was like, wow, like where are you from? He's like, I'm in, you know, he's like, I'm over here in New Orleans. I said, no, where are you from? Oh, I'm from Mexico. And I was like, really? Okay, that's cool. That was cool, man. So I tell you what, we're going to get into, I guess, getting dangerous. That's our clean one. And since we don't need the actual drop, because you're actually here, and you can go ahead and you can announce that, and we'll get into it.
Yes, sir. ALEXSOY aquí presente and everybody. Right now, you're tuning in to K.Y.O.B radio. You're about to listen to my latest single, one from my latest project, Getting Dangerous, produced by Frankie.A.R. Let's go. Let's get to it.
How about you?
La diferencia que tenemos él y yo es que yo te llego, yo te fallo. Yo sé que tú eres perfecto, pero jamás me atrevo a alterar tus emociones, me atrevo a alterar tus condiciones, porque sé lo difícil. La barriga tan alta que me pone, creando todo este poco de condiciones. Para no estar conmigo, para no estar con él, para que no seamos amigos. Pero tú necesitas una persona ahí contigo que te ame, que te adore, que te compre ese anillo. El que siempre has querido, el que ni la oscuridad le quitará el brillo. No es que sea lucida, sino que si va contigo. Hermosa mujer, me ilumina con tu brillo. Y me refiero a esa sonrisa, a ese rostro bello lo veo y me notiza que tú necesitas maquillaje, con eso es mentira. Tu naturaleza honestamente me fascina.
K.Y.O.B calling you soon.
Hopefully, we'll get that working, man.
Me fascina,
I really like that.
me fascina.
She does work for artists, different artists. Charlotte Morel, she's performed the BET Awards in the red carpet. You would love to talk to Charlotte Morel. Yeah, she got an award from Sheena E. She was singing her song. And they presented her award at the red carpet of the BET Awards. And she's from here. Coolest thing, we didn't even know she's doing anything. She's actually a band director. She's actually a singer director.
That's awesome. I would love to connect like many people and keep with me. You know, we're just having a really good conversation over here about how, you know, this year we definitely push the networking and really put off, you know, we're getting people involved.
Right.
I can't do this no more.
Now, we have something coming up.
Yes, sir.
It's not paying though, it's for kids.
Okay.
It's a say no to drugs rally. It's a safe sex and say no to drugs rally. And
Absolutely.
performing. Because, yeah, I try to tell every artist, I say, whether y'all know it or not, I said adults buy your stuff, yeah. But kids buy the hell out of your stuff. They buy your caps, your shirts, your posters, whatever you have.
Absolutely.
I said, and see, that's what I'll keep. Like I said, that was our little golden star by him being in school. Okay, we coming back.
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all. All right. We're back. All right, man. Got that crazy music going on right there. We got ALEXSOY and we got Frankie in the building, and that was his single off the album. What's happening, right?
Fumuna. Yes, sir.
And when I tell y'all, it's different. That's what I'm talking about. All my Latino listeners is out there. I know I'm going to get some emails and some texts, so before the show's over, I will make sure that he leaves all his information.
Absolutely.
So that you guys can get it. And we're going to keep in touch with him as we do all the artists that come on here. And like I said, just nothing but good things, like I said. But we're going to go ahead, we're going to keep with the interview. And, okay, so I might be shooting this, Lisa. All right, so when did you really know or figure out that you had this incredible love for music? And see, that's a good question because a lot of people don't, you know.
Yeah, no, that's a great question. As you know, from a younger age, I was already interested in music. My mom, honestly, being a single mom, she was just trying to push me in a better route, you know, always. Excuse me. So she bought me a couple instruments throughout my life. At first, my first was the piano and then the guitar and this and that. So music was always in my life, but when I came here to Houston, I'm telling you, it was like a whole different perspective about music now. Now I'm in a country where I can actually make something happen. Right. You know what I mean? Like I'm just seeing the opportunity of it. So when you know, whenever I just started hanging around my friends and I just started seeing that people from my school were actually rapping and, you know, having their people listening to them and whatnot, I was like, well, I'm good at rapping, you know, I can throw some bars down. And then I started practicing my bars, and then I started learning about the sound, the programs, melodies, and I just totally fell in love with creating music and songs. And then, you know, I got into performing and I fell in love with that, and then, you know, I play a little bit of the ukulele, not too good at it, but I definitely tried. And then last year when I met with Frankie, like the sound just evolved, you know, like we pushed it to a different level of creating everything from scratch. So, you know, that made me even fall in love with it more. Like I was already knowing that I was gonna do music. That's my passion. That's what I'm gonna do. But serious that I was like, okay, this is happening. Is when I dropped Escucha, the song, the salsa song, because I got a lot of buzz of that song because it was so different, and I was pushing it organically, like door to door type of deal, like, hey, listen to this song, listen to this song.
Wow, hey, but you know, that's what works.
Yeah, that's what works, and like it was a blessing to be, you know, part of the Houston culture as I was becoming a man, because it definitely, you know, put me onto game. Like it really did. Just
you know, and the crazy thing about it is, a lot of artists, I mean, some can do it, but everybody can. But to me, it seems like it takes the originality away from it. When you actually, it's different when you're actually online and you're posting up, listen to this or listen to this, and then, oh, he talked back to me. You don't know who you're actually talking to. But when you're out there and you're saying, I have this, guys, check me out. And when people see that you're a people person, and it makes a bigger difference. It is a bigger impact. Oh, no, he cool. And they'll follow you forever.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what Frankie was saying. Frankie, weren't you just saying that?
Earlier.
Earlier. We were talking about as his job, he's able to communicate with a lot of people. So
yeah, like I work at Zoomies over at the Willowbrook area.
Okay.
I'm a manager there right now. I'll be working there. Play my music.
What is it? In a food place?
No, it's not a food place. It's like a streetwear, skateboarding type of store. They sell like a whole bunch of brands and stuff like that. Yeah, skateboards, a lot of things.
Yeah.
But yeah, I be promoting my music there too. You know, customers come in and then I notice they like certain types of music that I play on the aux cord.
Because he Yeah, he plays our music on the aux cord. People come, they're jamming it.
They come in, I see them vibing their head.
Station now so you can jam.
Absolutely.
You got a lot of stuff in your
Have to.
People come in there, they bobbing their head, and then sometimes I even hear they're like over talking. I mean, listening to the conversation, you know, and they be like, "Who is that? Like that sounds like somebody I know, or sounds like Osuna, or like certain rappers that are out in the game right now." And then when they get to the register, when I have a chance, I tell them like, "Hey, that's us. Me and my friend, we've been working on music for the past year now." Ever since then.
I don't want to jump back. I'm gonna jump back for a second. How did you guys meet again? You just met.
Well, actually, that's a very good question. Shout out Santana, because that's another producer that I got a project coming out with this year. And he knew Frankie. I'm not sure how they met.
Yeah,
but
we met in high school.
Yeah, they met way before. And then Santana and I just met through the music because he's a producer as well. And one day we all linked up. And that first day we came up with one of the singles from our last project that same night, and we were like, yeah, we got a good vibe, a good chemistry. And like literally me and Frankie, after we met, we put in so much work. I'm talking about sleepless nights of just working on that tape. We did over 30 songs in like less than 6 months.
Yeah.
And only 7 made the cut because we're going for the best. We're going for like top notch. So, but quality, but Frankie put in a lot of work on that album. So I give him a lot of props for putting in work on making the beats, mixing them down, mastering, mixing the vocals. That's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. So I really give him props for that. So that's kind of how we met and how we started working together.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
The funny thing is, like I said, I had a recording studio all the way from '94 to 2002, and I shut it down because it just. You get a lot of people that, hey man, I'm gonna blow us up. No, you're not. But it was a lot of work, and then at that time, that's when we actually physically had to buy everything. Everything was ADAT, everything was this, and it was expensive.
Yeah.
They didn't have these programs. Well, they did have it. K.Y.O.B was the originator.
Programs.
But the difference was, so let me tell you the funny thing about it is a lot of albums from the 90s that a lot of people don't even know, they were mixed and mastered at Guitar Center and Mars Music.
That's crazy.
Because they had a full studio. You could go in and just get on it.
You're right.
Yeah, they have the full studios. A lot of producers still go in there and do. You take your own data, you take your own stuff, and you just go in there and just make music and stuff, and it's free and it's already set up and everything, and then people go get studio time. I mean, they check, and as long as you're using it, other people can see that the clip, what it does, and it helps sell the stuff.
Wow.
And so many albums were made up there and mixed down and mastered for absolutely free, no money at all, and then. And nobody knew. Yeah, nobody knew. I mean, you just went to a duplicator and just got a duplicate, and then.
It's because it really it takes is like wanting to do it, like that passion to get it done. You know what I mean? Because trust me, we worked with just like what we had. You know what I mean? But I'm telling you, this guy right here, he knows his program. He knows how to work it. Like that's the best thing that any artist could do. Just like knowing what they're working with, knowing the software. Knowing the ins and outs, so man, shout out to Frank.
Learning your craft for sure. That's something that you got to stick to, stay dedicated to. Because if you don't, you're never really gonna get past that little step.
And then eventually it's gonna be money because you're gonna work on this project, this project.
Yeah, exactly.
So how has your music evolved since you first began?
So since we first began, definitely, like I said, since we mix our own stuff. Knowledge has increased. That's the main thing. Just knowledge about what I'm doing, my craft. Definitely feel like I already developed my sound to where I know where I wanna be at every time I'm at the studio. My vocals are just way better. I'm much clever, with my lyrics. I'm able to just tell stories through my music, and definitely, I put a lot of thought into my lyrics. And even though in a couple of those songs I cursed, I try not to curse. I used to try not to curse at all, but just cursing was kind of like an expression, you know what I mean? Just like saying that I'm here, or just being a little bit more aggressive a little bit more rough, because I've always just taken the softer and more clever route of lyrics and just saying things that. You know how music is nowadays. It's like a little bit careless, which is cool. Like I definitely jam, things that are, just having fun. But I love people that take their time with music and actually come up with something that you can be like, wow. Not, you know what I mean? Not just like,
No, trust me, as a radio station, we get. I'm not even gonna lie. Right about now, we have in our just in our stock, we got probably over 30,000 songs. Probably 15 to 20, probably about, close to about 15,000 songs now that are just sitting in limbo because they send us stuff. And one of my biggest thing is, and I always tell this. I mean, I say as an artist, as a true artist, when you come clean first, your cut should always be clean first. And I'm gonna tell you why it should be always clean first. Because if it's dirty, you'll never get radio play for one, and for two, my thing about it is I always think about the kids. Because again, like I said, your CD, tennis shoes. Let me see, our age, or teenage. Let me see. Tennis shoes. Let me get the tennis shoes. But, or if it's and then plus Walmart only carries clean music.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like I said, and when you get in Walmart, I mean, they're still taking CDs left and right and stuff. You can find almost every artist that's out, and I'm like, they're still making CDs. But it's still a good thing though. It's still a good thing because, like I said, you have something, you autograph it, it'll last forever. But being able to go clean is a lot more artistic.
Absolutely, yeah.
To me, because expressing yourself, anybody can just throw the S-bomb out like that. It'll represent 10 sentences that fast. You just cut it out there. But again, like I said, doing stuff for our kids.
Absolutely.
Wow, that got loud in my ears. I'm sorry. Am I loud on you guys?
No, you're perfect.
Okay, all right. We have what we call ghost gnomes up here that be messing with everything, and I'm not gonna say nothing about to see. But
studio, same thing at the studio. Somehow, you know what I mean?
Some always get changed around.
Yeah.
So, what was one of the biggest? One of the. Let me see. Have you been able to overcome that challenge yet?
Challenge what?
Of just being an artist and everybody else is doing the same thing, but they're.
Well, actually, it's funny that you asked that because just recently, honestly, my confidence has always been like, I got it. This is what I'm destined for. But just recently, man, like things are happening, and you know what I mean. Like I believe a lot in manifesting things and just like writing things down that things are gonna happen. So. Man, guys, we just left K.Y.O.B. radio. You know what I mean? Check them out for us. We appreciate them to the fullest for having us on their show. Letting us
back there.
Yes, sir. Letting us, talk about the projects and about